Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our podcast, the on air podcast that today we're shooting. So, I'll take you to a journey behind the scenes of 38,000 feet. I'm Alexa, your cabin crew host, taking you on a whole story behind the scenes of our cabin crew life. So, let's get ready. Cabin crew prepare for podcast. Today we have Serene with us.
Hi,
Hi, Serene. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Very good. Thank you for being here for today. Thank you for doing this for the first time in our first episode. Um, let's start. So let's see. How did you start with your career as a cabin crew?
Well, I started when I was like 20 years old,
Okay.
okay, in Italy. So I did in Spain. I went to Spain and I did an academy to take the license, not the GCAA,
Okay.
but the EASA,
Ah,
the
sure. The
yeah,
European
the
aviation
European
license.
aviation
Mm.
license, and stayed there like around 3 months.
Oh, okay.
I
So
took my lessons and I started with a Danish company.
okay.
Then I moved here
Yeah.
in
So
Dubai.
how is Dubai treating you?
I really like Dubai. I
Sure.
really like it. I think it's a city that can offer you a lot.
That's true.
So
Honestly, I find the same thing about Dubai. It's like a second home for me, honestly.
yes,
I love
same.
the people, the environment, the system of the city. But we're gonna talk today about like cabin crew lifestyle. Everyone is excited and curious what's happening with our lifestyle because they think we are so luxurious.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, we are sitting on the jumpsuit eating from our casserole when someone
Hiding
flushed the
at the back
toilet
galley.
at the back galley. So our series is called Galley FM because in the galley it's everything that happens on the flight. We talk and gossip and say stories.
Yeah.
So tell me your first flight. How was it?
Well, like it's very different, to be honest, from my old airline
Okay.
to this airline that I'm working for. The first experience ever, it was amazing.
Really? You still remember
Really.
your crew or the
um
destination, the first
the
destination? It
destination
was a
was southern Italy.
it was a
Okay.
turnaround or layover.
Turnaround. It
Mm.
was like very different. We had only turnarounds,
Mm.
but we were based wherever they needed.
Oh,
So
okay.
from that base, we were doing only turnarounds, 4 sectors per day. It was very
Okay.
nice. And it was very, very different. Basically, no service, no nothing, very short
Oh,
flights.
that's
I
lovely.
was flying with turbofans aircrafts,
No,
ATR 72 and 42.
no way.
Yeah, I had like only around like 40 passengers.
Wow, that's a dream, honestly.
And that's why it was like a big change when I moved here. It was like very challenging. What
Um,
about you?
well, for me, I started around 21 years old. It's a funny story. I never flew before. I
What?
was never on a plane. Imagine, I never flew with an aircraft. I never saw like a cabin crew or a pilot or something like in real life, face to face. It was just in the movies. Imagine my first flight was from Bucharest, from Dubai, and my second flight was my super flight, which was the initial flight that we do. So for me, it was wow. I was a bit nervous because of the height and the altitude and the plane. Were like, what if I'm sick or what if I don't know, nauseous or I'm gonna get scared? But everything was perfect.
You didn't got scared or nothing nervous for the first takeoff?
No, no. Actually, I still remember the crew were amazing. I remember my first pilot, the captain. He's Tunisian, by the way, just like you. I still remember him. Everything was amazing. Also, the passengers and the whole experience was very, very smooth.
That's nice.
Yeah, imagine starting from the bottom. Now we are here.
Did you ever dreamed about becoming a cabin crew?
No, honestly, never. My story started like I just wanted to live abroad. I wanted to have this experience and I wanted to travel the world. I never had the chance. I was just like going around Romania, like
Mm.
around, Balkan countries, and we driving there with the car. So we don't use the plane. And one of my friend, Madalina, she told me about an airline to apply. And for this airline, I applied like 3 times, and it's like a low cost airline back in Europe. And I was rejected 3 times. And
Okay.
then I came to this airline and I was accepted from this very first time. Before my interview, she was like, no, you should go, you should try. And then I was like, no, I don't want to go. I'm not gonna make it. There are experienced girls there. They are like more beautiful, taller, skinny, all these things. I was like, no, you should go. You should go. Just try. It's your experience. You're gonna learn it from the next time. I was like, girl, there's no way. Like, there's no way. And I said, okay, I will go. She couldn't manage to come with me on that interview because the idea was to go together. Um, and at 5 in the morning, I woke up. I put my makeup on. I felt cute and nice, very demure. And imagine I was accepted. And since nowadays I'm flying, let's talk about our some safety duties related, on the aircraft, because I want to make people aware of how dangerous can be on a plane. Because I know because of the like of the tiredness or fatigue or stress, it's a whole long journey until you get on board.
Mm-hmm.
People, they are not aware what can happen on board.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
let's talk about the idea when the aircraft lands on the runway. People are standing up straight away and open head tracks. What do you
It's
think about that?
it's not safe at all. Anything could happen until the aircraft doesn't come to a completely stop. Anything can happen. Anything, like you can even fall. You can injure yourself opening that hat rack. Some bags can fall at you, other passenger. So it's not safe at all. And doors are not open yet.
Yeah,
Like
like why
why
you
you're
stand
standing
up?
up from where you want to leave? Like
Yeah,
from the window?
yeah. Sometimes I can put myself on their shoes because I know you are tired, sitting on a tiny seat. It's not comfortable, the stress, the noise, and everything. But honestly, it's not safe for you. It happened to me. I've seen it with my own eyes. Like, he stand up, open the head tracks, the cabin bag fall from the head tracks and hit someone's head. That's an injury, you never know. It's super, super dangerous and people
Yeah.
are not aware. So we highly recommend you, please don't do this in your next flights, because it's not like you want to, but I think you are not aware of it. You don't think straight
No, I think some
before.
people they want to, like when they want, that in that airport, the immigration will be like having a very long, long line.
Yeah.
So they want just to prepare themselves to just get out and run.
Yeah, but honestly, with the 5 minutes, like
Nothing will
with or
change.
without 5 minutes, is nothing will change. You still go there, like
Yeah,
immigration point will
exactly.
not close. Anyway, another topic we want to talk about that we always see
Uh,
with being barefoot without your socks or your socks in the cabin.
and in the lavatories,
Lavatories are the toilets. Yeah, never do this again.
guys, you never know what's happened inside that toilets.
It's not like we don't want to keep it clean or something. We check, we have our checks, we
Of
check the
course.
toilets to be clean and tidy, but it's not nice. Like, why you do that? I cannot understand. Okay, if you are sitting on your seat and remove your
I
shoes
do
and you
that.
stay in your space, I do that as well.
Hmm.
It's fine. But why you do that? I will never get it, honestly.
Or when like they go with babies, infants,
Yes.
and they are barefoot, the babies as
The
well.
babies. Oh my goodness. I will
Mm-mm.
never let my kids. I will never let my kids.
In the end, is a toilet.
Yeah.
Like no,
That's a big no.
no, no, no.
That's a big no. I know. We have some long flights. Let's say we go to Australia or to the United States,
Mhm.
and it's quite a whole long haul flight, right?
Yeah,
Above 14 hours, 15 hours, right?
yeah,
So we highly recommend, we have a very small advice: bring your own food for your babies.
yeah. Okay, that we have food on the aircraft and everything, but we don't have that big choice, to be honest.
Yes.
And it could, like, if we're gonna have a lot of infants,
Yeah.
it's not gonna keep everyone like
Yeah, imagine. So we are talking about infants, like babies, not like toddlers that they can eat, like fruits or like a pastry or something, but infant food. So we have our resources on board, of course, but it's not enough if we have like 60 kids on board or our
Yeah,
babies.
we cannot give to everyone.
Exactly. I'm so sorry. And sometimes we have drama for this, like with being rude with someone just because of this fact. I don't know. I don't think it's fair.
But sorry, can we talk about the biggest drama?
Which one?
Chicken or beef?
Oh my god, chicken and beef. That's true.
Chicken or beef?
Chicken and beef.
Like,
Oh
guys,
my
don't get
goodness.
mad if we finish one option. We are not cooking the meals on the
Exactly.
aircraft.
You know,
It's not our fault.
yeah, that's a catering issues. It happens. We cannot control it. I know we are the front line of
Yeah.
people. You are talking with us and everything, but it's not our fault. It's not. I'm not. I'm gonna run back in the galley, take the chicken, and kill
Start
it and start
cooking.
cooking. I know it's not like sometimes we just run out of options. You know, it happens. I know it's frustrating. We see your point. I know that you pay a huge amount of ticket for that and you want your meal choice at least after a whole day or long flight or connection, you know. But what we can do. Another situation, let's talk about, you know, boarding, the phase of the boarding the
Okay.
aircraft when passengers are coming. So we are there not just be nice and smiling and say, you know, hi. Sometimes it's safety related, right?
Yeah, it's true.
We have to check if you are fit for flight, if you are sick, if you are alcohol intoxicated, you know, because that can be a hazard for us after all. Because once the door closed, halas, you are in the sky in the metal tube, and that's it. You know,
It's
we have to
done.
deal.
We're gonna deal with you for 15 hours.
Yes, until we land, or God forbid, sometimes you divert to other countries because medicals or other, you know, dangerous situation
course.
on board.
But it's not a danger only for us, but it's for yourself and for the passenger around you. So,
Exactly. It's you and people around you. But imagine in that moment, you are sitting there, people are coming and say, hi, how are you? Welcome on board. And people are sitting, they put their bags, you know, they make themselves comfortable, and they're like, ma'am, I want a glass of water. I'm like, sure. People are coming. Until I get to the galley and come back, I
You
cannot
don't come
even
back.
pass. You don't
you
come
don't
back.
come back. If
You
you're
are-
gonna ask for water in a cabin crew during boarding, you know she will not come back until boarding is completed. It's impossible.
But just please wait until, let's say, more than half. It's already sit down, and then we have, you know, space to walk around and give you what I want. I don't mind if you ask for one glass, I'll bring you 10. You know, like someone asks, oh, can I have this, I don't know, Diet Pepsi? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll bring for you. I go to the galley, I bring it, I'm like, here we go. Oh, can I have another glass for my wife? I'm like,
Can I have ice on it?
or
You bring him the Pepsi. Oh no, but can I have ice on it and lemon?
yeah. I'm like,
Why you
why
don't
didn't
tell me on the
me?
spot?
Yeah, why I have to go twice to the galley and come back?
Yeah.
You know, it's so frustrating. It's not like we don't want to. We want to. That's why we are
course.
there. This is our job, you know. Why passengers are applauding when we are landing?
They don't applaud for us. They applaud for the pilots, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think about this answer.
Yeah, because it's like for the landing, like, you know, when they have a smooth landing or something, they applaud for the pilots.
And the
because,
cabin crew
oh,
who
they
serves
did a
chicken
good
and
job.
beef.
No, us,
Halas, we
about
don't
us,
matter.
no one cares about us.
Nobody cares about us. Nobody
Yeah.
thanks for our
And we are the
service.
one who hear the applause, not the pilots.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think it's for the pilots.
You know,
Because, you know, like Italians, they do it. They do that a lot.
honestly, I heard in Europe, especially Italians, I didn't do Italian flights that often, but when I went to Rome, everyone was surprised. I was like,
Yeah, I think it's
what
like
is this?
an Italian thing. I saw it like a lot, even Ryanair and other airlines. They upload like every time that the aircraft land. Or maybe they upload because they landed safe and alive. Who knows?
Honestly, I didn't think about this answer.
For us, it's
For
not.
us,
They're not
no.
uploading for us for sure.
For me, I'm like,
100%.
I don't know why they upload. I don't know. You know, at the end, I'm so tired on my jumpsuit. I'm like, oh my God, you know, these people. I'm like this. But yeah, it's nice. It's good that we landed safely. That's true because, you know, God forbid something can happen anytime on the air.
Mhm. Do we have time to watch out of the window?
That's true. We never go. We never watch the window outside. I swear. Sometimes I'm 15 hours on a plane. I never see what's outside.
Mm-mm.
I
Me
never.
neither. Like many times it happened to me that I'm there, but the
Yeah.
whole flight I'm not watching out the window.
Sometimes a passenger let me know, look at the sky, the sunset, this one, that one. Oh, really? Good for
Wow.
you.
Amazing.
Amazing. I know that's our office view. It's a good one, honestly. but
I
we don't
watch
have
out
time.
of the window like a lot during landing and during takeoff, but for the rest of the flight, to be honest, not really.
What do you think about our job, when we're walking in the cabin and we're like so nice and like, and someone just like stops you somewhere like, hey, miss, excuse me. I'm like, yes, sir, how are you? Can I give you this trash? And then you say thank you. It's the only job in the world that people give you trash and
And
you
you
say
say, thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you for your trash.
Thank you for that. I'm like, thank you. I need to have this in my hands. I know it's a joke. We have to do it, but sometimes I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. Tell me, did you have like a really special moment on board, or I don't know, with you or the passenger or with the crew?
Oh, once I had my best friend flying with
Really?
me, but I didn't know.
She surprised you?
He surprised me,
Oh,
but he
he.
didn't know as well. That's the problem.
No, it
He was
was.
connecting. He was at working like somewhere in Africa, I think in Luanda, and I was operating Venice flights. So back home, I was about to go home. And I was in the cabin, like, "Hi, sir, how are you?" and everything. And there was this big, tall man, and he went like in front of me, and his seat was like 2 rows in front of me. He just like went inside, like to go to his seat, and I saw this guy, little guy, behind him, and I was like,
No
I started
way.
screaming. I was shocked. I was like, no way. Like, how many times it happened to you to find a person that you know with all the flights that we got? In that specific day, in that flight,
And
I
imagine you're
had
going
it.
home, back
Yeah,
home and
he didn't
everything.
know, and didn't know. Like, it was random. That one
Wow.
I will never forget
That's
it.
so rare.
It's very rare.
But did it happen to you to have a passenger twice? Me too.
Yes,
Once.
I had it. It was because I had the same flight, 1 week distance, and I had them going to Dubai, and going back to that destination, I had them again. So yeah, but it's very rare as
It's
well.
very rare. Imagine there are people flying for like 20 years, never happened to them.
Yeah.
Me too. I was going to Johannesburg and I didn't know during the flight because I was in the galley. I did the disembarking, I was at the door, so people are disembarking. And when I look in his eyes and he looked at me, was like, I was like, I was like, no way. How? It's so rare. It's so rare to meet the same people
Yeah,
twice.
with this job, yeah, but even crew is very rare to fly with the same people
Yeah,
again.
what about the crew? We never have well, like, okay, we have the set of cabin crew with us on a flight on a sector, but then we finish the flight, we go back home. On the next flight is different. We never see each other again. Do you think that's a like disadvantage or advantage?
To be honest, is a advantage and disadvantage as well.
Yeah, same.
Because how many times you fly with amazing crew, you get so along with each other, this crew with you that cheers you up, and you have teamwork, and it's amazing with each other's like is the best thing ever. And sometimes you fly with some crew you don't get along at all. You just can't with them, and it's a blessing as well. You will not see them again. You're like, okay, let's do this flight, let's finish it. Anyways, I'm not gonna see you again. We should try to be more nice with each others.
Yeah, actually more mindful. It's not about okay being nice, but I think sometimes you just have to understand maybe that person goes through something right now. In a way, if you look in a professional way, it's not okay because honestly you can have problems back home or something is going
Of
on in your
course.
life, but you don't come with this at work because it's going to affect you and people around you. I know we are humans in the end, so we are not aware in that moment and you are not a robot, but sometimes and I remember I was doing a flight and imagine she's one of my best friends now. She's from Montenegro, so she was new, she was flying for like 3 months. Imagine she doesn't know anything in the galley or things
Mhm.
where are located or something else. So we finished the clearance car, so she came back, she puts her clearance car back, and then she goes in the cabin, comes back in the galley and with the tray. So her cart was full, with clearance trays. And I was like, yeah, put it back in the cart. And she's like, there is no space. And I'm like, You make space. And her face was like, and since then we are best friends. Imagine, sometimes, because we are caught in a moment, you are so overwhelmed. Imagine the whole galley is like a jungle.
Oh yeah.
People come and throw and push and everything, and someone else come on, give me that, and I'm like, I'm just a human,
Mm,
I'm not an octopus to pick eight stuff in the same time,
yeah.
So I'm like, I can't. But of course, they are new. With the time, the experience comes. So yeah, it
Yeah, after
happens.
a while, that's it. You're the aircraft is part of you. You know everything. You know how
Yeah.
to deal.
Honestly, I think the aircraft is our second home. Sometimes we spend more time on the aircraft
We
than
spend more
on my
time.
own bed at home.
To be honest, yeah, we spend more time there
Yeah.
than yeah at home.
But sometimes do you think like you sit there and you realize, oh my god, I'm working in this plane. I'm in the 38,000 feet in the sky. Do you sometimes realize that or no? Or it's just me being in La La Land?
Sometimes, yeah, like I don't realize it yet. Like I think we are blessed to have this kind of job
Yeah,
because
we
it's
are.
not a 8 hours job,
Yeah, yeah.
like 5 days a week,
Yeah.
waiting. Oh my God, when it's gonna be Friday? Oh my God.
Yeah, we don't have. I
I
lost the sense of time
Yeah,
since I
you know
joined.
that like since I joined, I don't know when it's like Monday,
Me too.
Tuesday. What day is
I
today? I'm
never
like
know the weekdays.
confused.
I only know the dates.
The dates, but the weekdays, no.
Me too.
And to be honest, I like it. I
Me
like this
too.
kind.
I think I'm still 21 years old. My age stopped at 21 when I start flying. I feel the same, even my body and my
Yeah.
spirit, because I lost the sense of time. Honestly, it happens, but it has some disadvantages. One time, I'm sorry to say that, but I forgot my mom's birthday. I didn't realize I was flying, and I didn't realize on that day was her birthday.
But it happened to me as well. Forgot my
And
best friend's birthday. Forgot everything.
I'm sorry, mom, but uh, I was like, oh my god, how can I forget? For us, like Christmas, New Year Eve, Easter doesn't exist because we are always on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing this flight on Christmas, and it was my first Christmas flight, and I lost my innocence in that flight. I thought,
It
oh, it's
happened.
Christmas. People are home in their houses with the family and kids.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna be on the plane. It's gonna be a light load
Mm-hmm.
flight. Girl, 500 people. The whole main deck was full. I was like, I lost everything on that day. I said I will never check the flight load ever again. And since that moment, it's been like 2 years and a half. I never checked the light. I said, oh, it's always full. I don't care. It's always full. People are always here.
Yeah, in the end, yes. Like it's been a long time to be honest that I didn't had like a very, very light load. Even in New Year
Yeah. No,
was
it's
full.
full. It's full. People are traveling. I don't know. Maybe it can be business related or see family or. We understand, but did it happen to you one time to see like you said you run out of an option
Oh,
of a
yes.
food just for you to eat it, keep it for you in the galley to eat it?
Okay. It happened, but I didn't do it on purpose. Like, you just like you think that you finish all the option and there is that casseroles at the end that just when you arrive in the galley and you remove the
The
oven
oven.
cover
Yeah.
and you see it at the back, it happened. In the
Eh,
end, I ate it.
no, but the
But
passenger saw you having that casserole. Oh no, you were like sneaky back in the galley, like
once, yeah,
no
because
way.
I was at the back galley and the toilets are there, and in the end, are always the passenger at the back that they don't get the choice. And I was like, uh, let me turn to the other side.
Imagine you with your like this eating your casseroles. What do you think about people from outside, the people who doesn't do this job or people who are dreaming doing this job?
Mm.
They think we live such a fancy, luxurious lifestyle. What do you say about that?
You know how many times I cried inside the lavatory?
I cried in the cabin. I never cried in the
Even
lavatory, but I cried in the cabin.
who in the
Or on the
toilet, I
jump seat
cried.
landing. When I was on the
Yeah,
landing
in the
jump
jump
seat, I
seat
was
as well.
crying.
I did it a lot. To be honest, it's a very tough job in the end,
Really?
but I learned a lot with this job. teach me to have a lot of patience,
Same.
something that before I didn't had.
Me too.
I didn't had at all. And it teaches as well to not care that much. Like you know how many insults I
Like,
got
don't
from
take
passenger.
personal.
Yeah, I don't take personal stuff
Mm,
anymore. I'm like, okay, it is what it is.
yeah.
Like so yeah, it's a tough job. People think, oh yeah, because we are jumping from a country to another country.
But nobody knows. That's why we want to to create awareness among people, to see that okay, it's a nice job and we are grateful. Sometimes we forget. We admit we are not grateful all the time. We always complain. Honestly, that's why it's called Galley FM, because everybody's complaining in the galley. But I know we are living the dream, but it's a tough job, as you said. And imagine we go to, I don't know, Mauritius or
Mhm.
Seychelles or somewhere in Rio de Janeiro, and people just see the stories from Instagram, you post, but people, they don't know what you've been through on that flight, on that metal tube on air, flying across
We
the
deal with a
countries.
lot.
We did with a lot. Imagine, can be medical cases, can be alcohol intoxication, and people start fighting, and like physical fight or verbally or sexual harassment.
Oh, it happened.
Sometimes we are diverted to another country because of these things.
Yeah, and we are like 15 people dealing with 400,
Yes.
400 different people, different
Yes.
nationality, people different from you, different people, how,
Yeah.
like how you grow up, someone else is completely different. Like, so it's very difficult. Like, it's not
It's not
that
easy.
easy like they think. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're just there to serve chicken and beef. And
I know we don't do evacuation every day. God forbid. I never want to do evacuation.
alhamdulillah.
But um, we are trained. We have a really intense training, and like I think mentally we are prepared in case of this. Sometimes maybe we are not aware, but in case God forbids something happen,
We
everything
are
will come
there.
back in your
Yes, of
memory,
course.
so you will know how to deal with the
Hmm.
situation. Imagine, it's hard for us. Like, working with people is so challenging. Sometimes it overwhelms you. Like, even me in the plane, I'm talking and people, and they want your energy, your attention. I'm going back home. My mom, she's calling. I'm like, Mom, I cannot talk. I don't want to talk for one day. I just want to sit in bed. And we go to these places and we are so tired. The whole layover, we stay in bed and we sleep. We order room service and we stay there like a dead banana, in the bed. So, people think this every time. Okay, your first year, I think, is amazing, honestly. Your first year, we go out, you experience, you do
Hmm.
on tours, because, yeah, of course, it's such a shame to not go to do things. Imagine if you are traveling as a passenger, you pay for your visa, you pay for the ticket, you pay for the hotel, the tours, the food. It's a lot of expensive. It's not
Yes.
easy to do this. For us, yeah, it's more easily. But imagine, most of the times we have 24 hours layover. Like, what
You
can
have
you do in 24
you
hours?
have to choose. You
You
have to
have to
choose
choose.
between your sleep
Yeah.
or going out.
Yeah.
One
And
of the two. You cannot do both.
honestly, first year I could manage, honestly, to go out.
Did you ever struggle like to sleep in the beginning?
Yes, imagine, I'm doing this job for 3 years. Like, I think 10 months ago, I started managing my sleep.
Oh my God.
Before, I used to have 35 hours without sleep. It affects your body, your health, your mood, your mental, because it's not easy. This is people, they don't see these things, they just see, oh my God, you look so fabulous. But it's not like I'm dead inside. I'm dead inside. I'm like, I'm dying. Please do CPR for me. I cannot. So it affects you, imagine to stay in the high altitude and pressure and tiredness, and sometimes you have difficult situation,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can say I'm proud of us, in a way that we know how to deal with people.
To be
We
honest, yes.
or another frustrating is when the flight is delayed.
Oh, I'm gonna lose my connection.
I'm
It's your
like,
fault. Why is that? Why?
I'm
Like,
not, I'm on the same boat with you, like, why you
what's
do
happening?
this?
What's happening? We don't even know what's
I
happening.
don't know.
They don't
It's
even
not
tell us. We
us.
are the last one to tell us.
Exactly. And even if we do, let's say maybe it's something technical related, or maybe it's airport policy, I don't know, or it's air traffic. People, they think if the air is infinite, we have space and go. But it's not like this. It's air traffic. Air traffic, like there are
Hmm.
planes like landing or take
course.
off or something. They are departing in the same time with us, so we cannot. It's a, I think it's a system. You
Yeah.
cannot. It has to be directed and coordinated in the same time, otherwise it's chaos. It's safety related, and that's the thing with us. We never care about the departure time, because you never know
Never.
if you depart on time or not. Anything can happen.
Yeah,
And even
exactly.
landing, it happened to me. I flew with people. They've been working like 15 years. They never been diverted to another country. Me, I was 3 times. Girl,
What kind of luck you have?
honestly, after this job, I have so many things to say, but there is no enough time. I need a lifetime, honestly, what I've seen and experienced. I know, right? But 3 times. Sometimes can happen because of weather condition.
Mm,
Sometimes it's a medical, an emergency, so you have to do it. You have,
anything can happen. Yeah,
of
it's true.
course, of course. Like, people, they don't understand. I'm like, why? I know you. I'm here. I know. uh, I'm your front front desk. But it's not my fault. It's not our fault. We want as well to go. That's why I want to make people to understand. Do not give us a hard time. It's already hard time and it's already frustrating. I know you have a connection, but okay, you're not gonna catch your flight, but you're gonna catch the next flight. The ground staff, they know, they are aware of this. The operational, they are aware of this stuff. They will put you on the next flight. Even if you don't get it, they will give you a complimentary hotel. You can stay for
Mm-hmm.
free in a hotel. They have airport hotels, so they can do that for you. It's always
Yeah,
a service recovery.
of
You know,
course.
I know maybe sometimes lack of information, can bring these frustrating moments, but that's why we're trying to make people aware of these things.
Yeah, it's true.
Because, in the end, it doesn't matter. We're going to figure out. It doesn't matter how, but we're going to figure out.
Try to deal in
Yeah.
our best, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. Like what we can do more. Once we did service on ground, I had 7 hours on ground with passenger with door closed.
Oh my God.
It was very tough. Very, very tough.
And you talk about my bad luck. You were like, what, 7 hours?
7 hours, it was a lot. We almost get offloaded there for legality. So yeah, 7 hours. We did service
Imagine,
and
I'm
everything
still a human being. I think people like passenger, they look at us, we're like super, super,
like
super
robots.
humans, like robots. Well,
Robots.
I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah, they don't see that we are humans because okay, we are there to represent our company and
Sure.
everything, but behind the uniform there is a person, there is human with
Yeah.
emotions we can feel as well. If you scream at me in my face, like
Yeah.
what I should do? In the end, it's not our fault. Like we are there to help you, to assist you for with anything, but some stuff they are out of our control. And okay, you're mad at me, you're angry, you scream at me. It will not solve the situation. You're
Yeah.
just like it depends also how you interact with passenger from the beginning, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I noticed many times from the boarding, if I'm nice with
It's
them, I'm
true.
smiling,
That's
hi,
so
sir,
true.
then I will run out of chicken and then be
Yeah.
like, I'm so sorry, sir. And they were like, it's fine, it's not your fault, just give me whatever you have. And it's from the beginning.
You are
I'm
so
telling
right.
you.
I think the most important phase of the flight is the boarding phase.
Yeah.
Me, I can die. I can die or do whatever, even, I don't know, take my soul out. I will never leave the cabin. I'm gonna stay there nice and tall and say hi and welcome and how are you for, so let's say you have 200 on the side, 200 on the other side. 200 times I'm gonna say hi and how are you and smile to them. I never had an issue, honestly. We know with this chicken and beef
Mm-hmm.
situation, because I'm nice to them and I talk, I connect, I create a connection. So when I'm doing the service and I run out of a meal choice, I'll be like, sir, I'm so sorry. I really don't have this one, but I'm gonna make my best to see if my colleagues have it. If not, I will give you this one if it's okay with you. And they are fine. I never had an issue. But I've seen colleagues with me on the same flight
In
get
the
drama.
beginning, I had like so many issues because I didn't know how to deal with passengers. I didn't had patience. I didn't know how to talk with them and everything.
Sure.
So I had a lot of problems in the beginning. Yeah, like
Yeah.
these kind of issues. But then, like little by little, I start like understand like how to speak with them, how to deal with them,
Yeah,
like joking sometimes with them from the boarding, as I told you, like smiling to them and everything.
that's so true.
And my life got much, much easier.
Same.
Now I'm like the queen of the cabin. I'm like, no problems, alhamdulillah, for now. So yeah, that's why I'm telling you, like, I learned a lot with this job, like this kind of patience. That's how I'm approaching now with people. Before I didn't had it.
Same.
Before I was like, no,
I was
I
like,
was like,
yeah, I'm really grateful for the training we have and to understand because we work with different nationalities. Imagine even the language barrier can be a problem. You know, maybe they don't understand English. I mean, they cannot speak at all English, or they know just a bit, or maybe the accent, or
I
no,
know, I know.
no, your accent, mashallah, is so cute.
Uh,
That's your uniqueness.
I know,
You never
but
should
in
be.
the beginning, I was like struggling a bit because people that they are like English speakers, native speakers, I was struggling to understand them, and people they were making fun a lot of my accent.
Really?
Yeah, crew as well,
No
and they're
way.
like, I don't know, like I was saying, oh, what time is top of descent? And they're
Uh,
like, oh, what time is top of descent? They were making fun of me. I was
because
like,
of your Italian
okay, yeah,
accent.
exactly. I was like, okay. But then, like, I'm like, I love it. Okay, like, I like it.
That's
Okay,
you.
exactly. It's
You
my
should never
unique
change. Yeah, that's
trait.
you. That's you. That makes you unique, because
Exactly.
our English is not our first language. Imagine we learn it and
Mm-hmm.
we learn it day by day. Even me, when I start like joining, I had to learn like 5,000 words because I didn't know the terms of aviation or medical,
Yeah, of
And I
course.
was like, what is this? What is it? And I was using Google Translate. Even now, if I don't know a word, I was like, just a second, I'm gonna use
How
translate.
many times I'm like, how to say that? How to say
Yeah,
that?
but it's okay.
Yeah,
I
of
think that's
course.
brave because there are so many people out there, they don't talk in English because they are scared of doing mistake or to ask this, like,
Yeah, of
what is
course.
called, what is that, how do you call that, how do you explain that. So imagine you could honestly, how many language do you speak?
5.
Mashallah.
So yeah, sometimes when I see people they make fun of me, I'm like in my mind, I speak 5 language. So it's normal. Like, and a lot of time I got confused as well because like I want to say something and I have it in this language. Like I want to say even in Italian. I went back to 1 week ago. I was in Italy. I forgot Italian, and this is my native
Same.
language.
Same.
I
Same with
forgot.
me, Romanian. I'm asking my mom, what is this? How do you call
I was
this?
like in the restaurant and I was like, oh, thank you. Grazie. I'm like, yes, I got confused
Yeah.
when I go in Tunisia and I want to speak in Tunisian. I'm like, I have English, I have French, Italian. It's very confusing, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's true. That's true. It
I,
happens, and you're the people back home is like, oh my god, you forgot. Now you talk only English. Look
they're
at
like,
you. I'm like,
and everything, but it's normal. Like, okay, you speak Romanian, I think. Yeah, you
yeah,
have Romanian friends and
yeah,
everything.
sure.
Yeah, but for me, I have like only one Italian friend here.
Okay.
So I speak with her in Italian. My mom, my family, okay, but here mainly I speak in English. My flatmates, they are I speak with them both in English. So
Yeah, that's true. Also, with me, it happens. Like sometimes, thank God my mom, she knows English. So when I don't know in Romanian, I'm going to say it in English. She'll translate and then she'll make fun of me. Oh, you forgot. Oh, you forgot where you came from. I'm like, I didn't, but it's not, I don't practice it like every
yeah,
day, And
it's normal.
honestly, I think in English it's way easier. I really admire their job, the flight deck, because imagine the training and the experience and everything, the stress also for them is a stress environment as well. Um, Usually they are very nice. We don't
Yeah,
interact with them that much because we are
I
so
don't.
busy in the
Yeah,
cabin, honestly.
um,
We don't even say hi
to
or
be honest, yeah,
something.
many times it's very rare for me that I will go to the cockpit or
Hmm.
something. Usually, I'm always at the back. I love the
Yeah,
back.
me too.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but the back is my love. I always stay there, mind my business. Like, I'm very active, to be honest, in the cabin. So I like to walk. I like to go here, go there, run.
Yeah.
I run a lot in the cabin. Imagine you don't get along with that person and you're stuck in that cockpit for 17 hours.
Actually, I never think about
It
that.
will be
Do
tough.
you think it's
I think
happening?
it happens. Yeah, of course. You cannot get along with everyone. Come on.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes you find
true.
some coco
But I
people.
think from their side should be more professional or keep it like, because with us, I mean, in the end, we are kids, we're starting as a kid. We are teenagers, like 20, 18,
Oh,
21 years old.
there is very, very young pilots. Huh? I met
Mm,
like 22, 23 years old pilots.
yeah. Yeah, probably when they
They're not
start
very
flying.
mature.
Yeah, that's true. So depends. I
Yeah.
didn't think. I want to ask you, did you ever sleep on the jump seat? Huh? Be honest.
Yes, happened to me and gets me problems. So guys, never sleep in the jump seat. Stay awake, like pinch yourself, slap yourself. Don't
Yeah.
sleep in the jump seat.
In the end, we are human beings. Imagine you are tired, you are working, you
Exactly.
are on the
I know.
flight. Maybe you had a bad day, you didn't rest well. You are jet lagged.
We are human being. A lot of time it happened to me. I don't sleep at all. Like I was struggling a lot with sleeping. So I don't sleep at all before a flight, like zero. 24 hours without sleeping and go to a flight. I don't know
Worse.
what they do in that jump seats, but they are so comfortable. Every time I fell asleep, in my bed, I don't fall asleep in the jump seat. Yes.
Me too.
Can you imagine? I don't
Me
know how it's
too.
possible.
I
I swear
know.
I have
It's
to
so
put a jump seat in my room, and every time that I struggle to sleep, I just go there and sit
that's so true. You are so right because me, I cannot sleep on a passenger seat or in a car seat,
but
but
in
on
the
the
jump
jump
seat,
seat,
yes.
you are
I
so
think it's
right.
also the position, like you're there like
Yeah,
this,
because you
and
sit like that.
you just like
For me, it never happened. I never passed on the jump seat because I have a technique. I always talk with the passenger in front of me.
baba. It happened. It's okay. I learned the lesson. Never happened again, of course. But yeah, it's some stuff that happened to you, and you learn a lot. It's a lesson in the end. It's okay.
Yes,
Like
of
I just
course.
put it away. It is what it is. I cannot change.
Of course.
So
And
yeah,
we're human beings after all. We cannot control these things. Like,
of
again,
course.
we are not robots.
No,
We wish, but
they think
no.
that we are, but we're still not.
Tell me about your favorite destination and why.
Ah, my favorite destination. To be honest, I don't have only one.
Ah, you are so spoiled.
I'm sorry, but I love the world.
Honestly, me too.
So I have many. Like I'm a sea person, so I
Ah,
love
okay.
sea. So I think my favorite ever destination it's Rio.
Oh, that's lovely.
I love Rio. Like the vibe there, how is people, the food. I didn't expect that Brazilian food was that.
With
And I
meat.
love meat. I'm a meat lover. I love meat.
Also, South Africa is good for the meat.
Oh no, but there, like how it smelled and the vibe, the dancing, the cha
Have you
cha
been to
cha cha.
Copacabana?
Of course.
Me too.
Yeah, Rio took my heart. And
Honestly,
then of
yeah.
course Italy, because sorry, home is home. I love Japan.
Me too.
Even the flight. Japan is everything, like the destination plus the flight. I
Yeah,
never had passenger like Japanese.
I know. Japanese is
How
it's a
polite they
different
are.
world.
How they, Mamma mia. Like you give them a tray, as you give it to them, they will give it to you back. I swear, so polite, so
I
they are
know.
amazing.
No, passengers, like if we operate Japanese flight and it's full of Japanese, it's a whole different experience. In our layovers, we don't have time to experience that much the culture, the city, the food, the tradition. But I had the chance to go to Japan. I was
Mm.
2 weeks. I took my time, and imagine I went to Osaka first, and I came back from Tokyo. So I visit many cities in between. The discipline that the Japanese have,
It's
it,
incredible.
it's unbelievable.
Mm.
Imagine you go to the metro station, there is a row like go the direction that way, and you come back this way. You'll never see opposite or chaos. I was so amazed. Even the way they serve food, they have this specific way, like they serve with both hands
Yeah.
because it means like humbleness, and they take back with both hands. And even though, they don't speak English that good on actually in
No, no,
Japan,
no, no, no. It's true.
but if you go to them and you ask them, they'll like immediately take their phone and use Google Translate, and we talk like this. They will never say no, 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 no. They'll always go there and help you. And especially the food. The food, I love it. I'm a very like fan of Asian food. Japanese food is my favorite. Everything, the way they cook, the details, the taste, the flavors that they are
Yeah.
mixing, it's amazing. It's amazing.
How they say Japan is living in 2050. I swear.
They're from another world.
No, for real.
They
Mamma
are
mia.
different. Totally different. I don't know the discipline and the education that they have since they're kids. And what about your Italian culture?
Mm-mm. Like very.
Mamma mia.
Oh. Yeah, to be honest, I think something about it. We have like our voice is very loud.
Yeah, same with Romania. It's very loud.
We are very, very loud people. Like a lot of
Same.
times it happened to me even in the flight. I'm screaming, but I'm not. And
Like fighting, or something,
I'm
your
screaming
tone.
like the way I talk, like I'm very loud, and I don't like I don't notice it. And they're like the other cabin crew, saying, "Shh, you're screaming, shh." And I'm like, really?
Yeah,
So
you're not
yeah,
aware.
we are very loud, and
But what's something special about Italians?
we are passionate, very
Mm-hmm.
passionate. Um, I think we are very funny as well, funny people.
Mm.
We like to have fun. We like to talk with people. We like to interact. Like we are not very close culture. Like you know what I mean. There is some
Like
cultures that they are
open-minded.
like closed. Like they don't like to interact with other people. And
Mhm.
no, us we talk with anyone, with everyone. It's okay. We are very. We have a lot of hospitality,
Yeah.
and we don't talk about the food, of course. We are very patriotic as well. I met a lot of people, especially from the south of Italy. They're very patriotic. Like,
I never had the chance to meet people from South, honestly. I was only like north, like Milan,
mm.
or a few times in
And
Rome, but
like we are
it's
very
different,
different. We are
right?
very, very
Different
different.
accents as well, like you cannot
Yeah,
understand, right?
like you think my accent is stronger. You never saw one person from the south how they
Like
talk.
Sicily or
Yes, I met one guy from Sicily. He was like so passionate, and how he was, and he was so patriotic. No, because there's nothing better than Italy, and yeah, he was a whole mood, a whole
um,
mood. So yeah, that's why I really love Italians.
honestly.
Me too.
I love Italy as well, but also Romanians, like I think we have so now Romanians are like everywhere.
We have a lot in Italy. You know, my best friend in high school, she was Romanian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are like there's a lot of Romanians in Italy. I don't
Mm.
know, some of them they like the kids they are born there and they go
Yeah,
to
it's
school,
a
and
lot.
some of them they just go when they're adults for working because of course economical
Mm. In
problems.
Spain as well, there is.
Yeah, but from between Italy and Spain, we prefer more Italy.
Yeah.
We are more like same like culture and
And Romanian, like use the language, Romanian language. I think it's a mix, right?
So
Between French.
I
It
want to
has some
make it
French.
clear, honestly, because some people, when I say Romanian, they think I'm Russian. And the Russian, they speak Slavic.
Yeah.
We are not Slavic.
Mm.
Okay, we were before like communist country and we have Russian influence,
Mm.
for us, but we are not the same. Even the language, our language is Latin. So that's why we understand Spanish or Italian. And it's easy for us to learn it when we go in Italy. Like it takes you like 1 2 months. Halas, Italian, you speak like this,
And
and that's
French
it.
as well,
And
right?
French as well, yeah, because
Yeah.
Romanian is
Mm.
francophone language, so we have a lot of influence
Mm.
from French language as well. Honestly, I love my Romanians. Romanians are not bad people, like we are very hospitable. We always like, let's say if you come in my mom's house, she'll prepare for 1 week for you the whole house and table, and she will cook and prepare, and it's gonna be like, no, you eat everything from this plate, and she's gonna give you for home to take away from home. So I really miss them. It's very nice culture. The food, we have traditional food as well, specific Romanian. Some things you cannot find it outside, just in Romania. And I know we are everywhere, especially here in Middle East. There are lots of Romanian, and we go everywhere actually. Even in Japan, I found a Romanian. She was a business owner. She had like a like a
Oh.
small restaurant, Japanese restaurant there. Um, but sometimes I don't know, people they have this perspective, like idea of people, and they judge you by your nationality.
Yeah.
I think it's not right to do it, because imagine one if one person is bad, doesn't mean the whole
Of course.
nationality or the whole group are the same. That's that person, it's individually. Because sometimes, I have this fear when I'm on plane or something, and people ask, "Oh, where are you from?" And I say, "I'm from Romania." I'm scared to say it, especially to some European flights. Okay, if I go to Asia or Australia or Africa, it's fine. They really like it. They have a really good impression about it because they say, "Oh, Romania, Transylvania, Dracula," all these vampires stuff. But in Europe, sometimes I'm scared, and honestly, I shouldn't be
Yeah.
because
You should be proud, to be honest, of course.
yeah, that's our culture. And I hate when I see Romanians, they talk bad about their country and they about their tradition and everything. It happens, honestly. I don't know why they do this, and I don't like it because honestly we are very smart people, we are very hardworking. That's why for us it's not like, oh, I don't know how to do that. It doesn't matter. Even if I don't know, I will find a way to do it and I will do it. We are not lazy.
Mm.
Sometimes, yeah, we have attitude, but who doesn't have attitude?
Yeah,
I
there is
think every
bad and
people.
nice people in every single
Exactly.
part of the world. You cannot just judge a person by its culture or its
Yeah.
from where is coming. Like it's like this. Bad and nice people are everywhere,
Yeah, that's
everywhere.
true. That's true.
So yeah,
And you don't have to put all the people on the same spot,
no,
because of that. Um I wish, to change, this mentality and people talk more about Romania and everything. It's a beautiful country with beautiful nature. We have this wild nature. If you go to Transylvania and
mm.
it's like lots of castles
A lot of
in
history as well.
lack of history as well with people they don't know. I think it's lack of information and education in the same time. So yeah, I wish people like to encourage them to go. A lot of crew they don't go to Romania because I don't know, they don't have time or something. But I would like to go and explore my country. It's very nice, especially if you are a foreigner. Like we
Mm.
really respect you and treat you well. We are a bit tough the way because the way we talk, when you translate from your language in English, it might sound tough or not soft, and people think we are doing from a, I don't know, bad will, or we are rude or we have attitude. But it's not, we are just straightforward, this
Yeah,
is what people think. Because I told you, even my friend, I told her, oh well, go find a space or make a space, like this. But it's not like I'm rude. It's just the way we talk. But that's the thing, when you talk in English you have to adjust and be aware, so you learn it. So I try to improve myself and
yeah,
get better.
yeah. It happened to me many, many times. Like I'm straightforward, especially when I do Galley. Like they ask me question or something, and I'm like, no, just put it there, or no, no, don't touch this, or I'm like, and people think, oh, this girl is bossy,
Bossy, yeah.
this girl have attitude and everything, but it's not attitude. Like it's just the way that how I talk. So every time I have to explain myself before listen. If I tell you to do something, or it's not because I'm bossy, it's not because it's just the way I am, and that's
Same.
it.
I
So
told them the same. I was like, listen, this is my face, I cannot change it. I will not go to Bangkok and do
especially when I'm
surgery.
like busy, when I'm busy, I have like a very serious face. I always had problem with my
Yeah,
face.
me too. My face, all my friends says that your face has your own language. I can shut up, but my face will say
Show
everything.
everything, everything, all my emotions. You
Yeah,
can see them from my
especially when I'm
face.
tired, my face will change. I'm so moody and people will take me from a wrong perspective.
When
They will look at me in a
yeah,
different way. I don't like it, and sometimes I have to make them aware, like, listen, I'm just tired, or this is my face, I cannot do anything about it.
or when
That's
I'm
my face.
overthinking, I'm like normal face, like it's my normal face. But people like, oh, why you're angry? Oh,
Mm.
why you're mad? Oh, why you're like this? You have attitude. But no, but I cannot stay like the whole time like this. Are you the same person on board? Like outside and when you
Yeah.
go inside, are you the same person?
Yes, and I think it's a problem. I
Me
was
no,
in a
I can't.
hotel. I was in the hotel. I was dressed normally, casually. I was going out, and I was in the elevator, and I just say, "Hi, how are you, sir?" Because I thought I'm the uniform and everything. Because when we are in uniform, people they expect to say hi, and they are happy when when you talk with them and you greet them or something. And then this guy was talking with me and having conversations like, "Listen, I don't want to talk with you. I just I just say hi. I'm sorry. It was a professional, problem." But I am honestly here. The thing is, what I believe is, when you talk different languages, your personality change. So this is me in English, and I'm nice, and I know I'm nice, and I know I'm not fake, but that's what it happens. If you hear me in Romanian or my friends, okay, I'm funny, and but I'm very serious, and my change voice and my tone and the way I say things. So I think depends, So when I'm interacting with people talking in English, like outside, like traveling or even here, I'm very nice. I'm trying to be very polite, and I'm always smiling. That's my thing now after this job. I'm always like, "Hi, sir, how are you? Hello, how was your day?" So yeah, I'm doing this. So you are not the same, huh?
No,
No.
like when
You remove your
I put like a
uniform?
mask.
Yes, like a mask.
It's like a mask. When I remove my uniform, I'm like, I don't want to talk with people. There is some phases like I don't want to see people. I'm I don't want to see. I don't want to talk. I don't want like I just want to stay me, myself, and I. That's it. Yeah. When I go to work, I put a mask. It's like a mask.
No, no, I'm always going the same. I mean, exception if it's 5 in the morning, my face will be like, no.
And
After first service, I'll be like, like this. For me, everything. So I learned about myself. Everything is related of how much rest I have in my body.
yeah.
This changed my whole mood. But no, in general, I'm like this, and I like to talk with people and ask and learn because I've heard so many stories and I learn from their experiences. Because you
Mhm.
can learn by just by listening. So it helps me. This job helped me in lots of fields, in life. I think it's just a step to something greater, It changes you, it shapes you.
Of course.
So one day you look back and you're like, look what I did. you know? Like it's been a whole ride. Imagine being old and you think, oh my god, traveling the whole because now it's part of our lifestyle. It's so
Yeah.
normal. Oh, I go to Johannesburg, do my grocery, go back to Japan, take my skincare.
Yeah.
I go back to Europe. I go to Bershka or Zara or Oysho in Barcelona or Mercadona. Mercadona. It's such a lifestyle. But
Yeah, it's
imagine one day
true.
we're gonna stop. We're gonna settle. So I don't know how our life would be after. Honestly, sometimes I think of it. Most of the time, I ignore it. But yeah, I will miss it. Even with the good and bad parts. I will laugh. Imagine when you are in school and you fail the exam, nobody cares, and you maybe laugh now.
Mm.
It's the same
Yeah.
with this job, with this career, because it's a career. I mean, it's not for a long run. I don't recommend doing more than 5 years. Honestly, I think 5 years is enough when you are at a young age,
Yeah, it's true.
because it's hard to build a relationship, like have a family, have kids, because you are always traveling. So it's a bit tough, and people come on board and give you more tough situations. Yeah. That's the true story behind 38,000 feet and above. So I would like to have a moment and have so many thanks for our sponsors is Cătălin Mureșan from Romanian Cruise and Ana Maria from Emirates Cabin Crew, and as well our main sponsor Aroma Studio Dubai, the candles and home decorations. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for this podcast. Thank you for being with me. It's such a special occasion for me. You have
It's a
no idea.
pleasure for me, for real.
Yeah. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. Please follow us on Instagram, on TikTok. If you want to be part of our podcast, just you can write on our official contacts like Gmail or phone, and I'm gonna put them below. And we're gonna back to you. Just write, you say call bell. Inshallah. Thank
If
you,
we
Sirin.
remember.
Thank you, Sirin. Thank you.